Hi everyone, this is Susie with Creative Cafe, and I am back. This is the junk journal smash book that I made, finishing up using the Dickens Christmas Carol paper kit that I got from Dreamz Etc. Jen over there has some great papers. You need to go check her out. I'm going to put the link to her Etsy shop in the description below the video, so be sure and check it out. This is, like I said, this just finishes up the papers that I had. My last album was a little too big, so I put them in a smash junk journal, as you can see. And this is what the back looks like, and I did use twine just to tie it shut. And of course I used my cinch to bind it, but anyway, this is just such cute paper. I can't get over the vintageness of this paper. And these here are actually in the paper. I did not distress this. This is just what it looks like when you get the when you download the images and print it off. I mean, it is in the paper. So really cute papers. Here is the inside back cover here, or the inside front cover. And then I've just added the tag here on a little manila folder that I have coffee stained. And I did coffee stain these really dark. I wanted them to be dark. And of course it seems like one side always gets darker than the other. But anyway, I love the dark coffee stained papers. And then this is just a little Teresa Collins bingo card I put in there. Once again, the papers are just a variety from different collections, not any one brand or one collection. And here's just a postcard that I've tied some seam binding around. Some more of the stained paper. Another piece of cardstock. Here's another one of them pretty images. And I did back the images on a really sturdy cardstock there. And then here is the Ghost of Christmas Past. And I've kept these two together for that reason, because they do go together. And then here is another one of the pretty images, and you can put a photo. On these you can staple receipts. There's pictures. You can even just staple pictures on in this. This would just be so easy to attach whatever you wanted. And then I've added another one of the tags here, and this is just some of that corrugated board. And on the back you could journal or put a photo. Same way here, I've just added a little tag and hung it on with a paper clip. Added some burlap in this album. And you can always put pictures on burlap. You know, I would hot glue the corners or something, or hot glue a photo mat on it maybe. But you can attach your picture on burlap. Here's just an envelope, a little craft envelope that I had gotten at the Michael's Dollar Bin a long time ago when they had them on there. I like to use the craft envelope. So, place for journaling our picture here. Same way here. You can just kind of staple and write and anything you want on these pages. And here is another one of the pretty papers here. And then here on this inside is the Ghost of Christmas Present. And I've just kept them together. And then here is another one of the pretty images. Here's another, just one of the small manila folders. I've just tied some seam binding around it. And this is a craft envelope. Just open it up, put some little pictures or memorabilia in there. Journal on the back side maybe. Here's another piece of the corrugated board, and I've just got that hung on with a paper clip. You could, you know, put whatever you want on those. One thing about a smash book, junk journal, you can just do whatever you want. You can staple, you can paste, you can glue, you know, you can just do whatever you want on these pages. That's what makes it so much fun. Stamp, you know, if you've got a lot of Christmas stamps or something. I just put a little stamp here. This isn't really a Christmas stamp, but here's another one of the little tickets from the collection. Another postcard. Of course, I've stapled another tag there, and you can always write, journal, put a photo, there's just so many possibilities to a junk journal. Another piece of burlap there, another piece of just Christmassy paper. Here is an envelope, the Ghost of Christmas Present, and of course, you know, this just opens up. I hate to take the ribbon off, but here we go. And anyway, it just, you know, opens up and you can place whatever you want in there. And just slide the little seam binding back on it. And then here is another one of the tags there, and then here's just a little cutout from the collection. Another piece of the corrugated board. Here's a place for journaling here. And of course here, and added another tag. And then of course here is another place for journaling. These papers are just so cute. I just can't get over the vintageness of it. And I love vintage, so this was right up my alley right here. I love vintage. Stapled a little cutout here on a piece of Christmas pattern paper. Postcard. Cut it out and stapled it on. Place for journaling there on the back. Stapled this on the little coffee stained folder there. Another piece of the pattern paper. Another corrugated board. Another craft envelope. Postcard, and I've just stamped on it. Another piece of burlap. And then another tag with some seam binding on it. Another little bingo card. And then on the very back cover, I have placed this just on the pocket here. And I've just added the same image. That's the smaller version of this large one. And then just added a little trifold piece of pattern paper that's blank on the inside, so that, you know, you can journal or whatever and not have any anything really obstructing your being able to read it there when it's just white on the inside. And then there's another little just piece of pattern paper. But anyway, this is my little junk journal smash book album. Anyway, it's pretty thick, as you can see. I wanted to make it really large. Anyway, as you can see here, there it is. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching.